Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2019. The tarot card for today is the Chariot. This is absolutely awesome. For those of you who keep track of what's going on in the universe and when and where the moon is and all of that kind of stuff, I'm going to talk about it for a minute, but like from my standpoint, from where I am and with this card for today. Okay, because yesterday we had the new moon in Gemini. That moon continues to be in Gemini. The sun is still there. And Mercury, as the day begins, is still there. And it isn't until later in the day that Mercury moves into Cancer. Now, as far as the moon goes, here, the morning, the moon is still in Gemini. There's a very brief void that takes place, just around time to sit down and have some lunch, if you eat lunch. And then the moon will move into Cancer. Now, all this Gemini energy has been encouraging action on your part and on more than one front. Like, it represents a sense of busyness and taking care of things. The Chariot is a card of action, grabbing those reins, taking control. You have the free will to do whatever it is you need to do. I'm really liking this week. I'm liking the push that this new moon is giving you to move forward with things. And if you've listened to my monthly sun signs for June and my weekly, my love and finance, whatever, over on Patreon or in my members only here on Facebook, you're going to realize, hey, I've got to get going. All right, May's finally over with, thank goodness. And this new moon is allowing you to get some things underway before we hit eclipse season, before we hit Mercury retrograde. Has anyone noticed that at least once a year we get the two simultaneously? Oh well, right? It's always good for shaking things up. But this is a point in time when like yesterday, we talked about the Two of Wands, right? And being able to choose a direction and having that Gemini energy probably having you feel drawn in a couple of directions. I think that continues with this card. We see those two, well, I'm going to say horses, but in this case, they're dolphins. This is from the Fairy Tale Tarot, which is in a work in progress. But I always tend to see this card as things being more so in black and white with no gray areas. So to be able to get hold of those two dolphins or two horses or whatever card you want to look at and to have the control over those reins, right? That's important. Yesterday it felt a little more about getting your bearings, and today feels like you've got the direction and you're on your way. Like I said, this is a card of taking action. I'm going to continue my Patreon offer indefinitely. If you want to go check out any of those posts that I mentioned, the sun signs for June are very interesting. You can see where things in life are finally changing, and that's a blessing. So if you didn't belong to Patreon, during 2018 or 2019, when you join, your June payment will be refunded, and then you will be billed on the first of the month after that, with the option to cancel at any time. So whether it's mental, physical, or emotional, you're really getting your act together here today. And I like this. I like this a lot. It's a process, obviously, to, be able to take action that moves you forward. And if you listen to my longer guidances and hear all of the timelines, don't be putting real close deadlines on yourself sometimes. But as I've been telling everyone, wherever I possibly could, this new moon in Gemini was very key for taking action. So I don't think we could have a more appropriate card today. And especially with that, tail end of Mercury in Gemini, lasting throughout most of the day. I think that you'll find that action that you're taking is allowing you to put your thoughts into words, having good conversations that help to move you forward. There's no telling where this is all leading, and this definitely is a new part of your story that's opening up here with this new moon. So I want to thank you very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day.